Aspirants, so we are doing with daily current affairs analysis in a very short and precise way that will helpful for you to crack the exam, because more than 80% of question definitely comes from the current affairs. That may be also linked to the static part. So we are mostly focusing on the news that should be linked with the static part. So to start with, first news is NASA hands over NISAR satellite to ISRO. So for prelims, you need to study about the NISAR mission. About NISAR has been built by the space agencies of the US and India under the agreement, that is a partnership agreement that is signed in 2014, and it is actually expected to launch in Jan 2024 from Satish Dhawan Space Center into the near polar orbit. So you need to study about the different types of orbit where the satellite has been launched. The satellite will operate for 3 years, and it is a low Earth orbit observatory, and it will map the entire globe in 12 days. Okay, and the features of this satellite is it is a 2800 kilogram satellite, and it consists of both L band and S band synthetic aperture radar instrument, and that makes a dual frequency imaging. The imaging will be pretty clear. And while NASA provided the L band radar, GPS, high capacity solid state recorder, and a payload data system, whereas ISRO provided a S band radar geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle, and S-band radar operate on a wavelength of 8 to 15 centimeter. So it is not easily attenuated, that is the thing, because of its wavelength. So it makes them useful for near and far range weather observation, and it has a 39-foot stationary antenna reflector. Okay, the reflector will use to focus the radar signals that is emitted and received by the instrument upward facing feed on the instrument structure. So by using SAR, this satellite will produce high resolution images, because SAR is capable of penetrating even cloud, and they can collect data day and night, whatever the weather conditions. So NASA required the L-band radar for its global science operation for at least 3 years. So ISRO also utilized the S-band radar for a minimum of 5 years. So the main objective of this mission is to understand and observe the subtle changes that are happening in the Earth's surface, so that to understand the Earth's surfaces changes, and it will spot warning signs of like natural disaster like volcanic eruption, earthquakes, and landslides. So the satellite, apart from this, it will also measure the groundwater levels, glaciers, ice sheets, monitor the plants, forest, agriculture regions, etc. ISRO will use NISA for a variety of purposes, including agriculture mapping, monitoring of glaciers in the Himalayas, landslide prone areas, and changes in the coastline. By using synthetic aperture radar, NISAR will produce high resolution images. Next issue is small debris orbiting Earth that will pose threat to the space as such. So all you need to understand about the space debris, which means a small object, that is a man-made object that will be there in the Earth's orbit, and that is not actually meant for other purposes. It won't serve for other useful purposes like defunct satellites, spent rocket stages, or fragment of debris. Okay, this space debris will cause threat for already existing satellite. The floating this debris which become a hazard for our operational satellite when it collide with the operational satellite, that even cause a dysfunction of the satellite. So overpopulation of a space with object and debris, that is called a Kessler syndrome. Very important. The accumulation of space debris in a particular region can even limit the availability of orbital slots for future missions. So India have taken many initiatives to curb this debris. Like in 2022, ISRO set up a system for safe and sustainable operation management, IS for OM, to monitor objects that is which posing threat, and to predict the space debris and mitigate the risk. ISRO also carried out 21 collision avoidance maneuvers of Indian operational space asset in 2020. 2. ISRO set up a Center for Space Debris Research to monitor and mitigate a threat. Project Netra is also an early warning system in space to detect the debris. Israeli PM Netanyahu extends holy greetings to Modi. So this comes under GS to India and foreign relation. India and Israel relations are very unique in energy. Tamar and Leviathan gas fields off the coast of Israel were explored recently, and India is one of the first country to bid for that license to extract and import that natural gas. When it comes to science and tech, the two countries have established a joint committee on science and tech to initiate the science and tech cooperation agreement, and the India Israel Industrial R&D and Technological Innovation Fund I4F that is also set up to secure cooperation between the Science and Technology Department and the Israel Innovation Authority to promote facilitate the industrial R&D project. It will address the challenges in the agreed of some certain focus sector. When it comes to defense, India import critical defense technology from Israel, and there is a cooperation in security issue also, like joint working group on counter terrorism. Indian armed force use Israeli Falcon AWAS airborne warning and control system, Heron drones to Barak anti-missile defense system. Thank you. Have a great day.